The Colleen forensics teams have arrived to enter that community today and to begin the heartbreaking task of searching for victims from a fire that ravaged this community. It has been just too dangerous, too toxic for anyone to enter the village of Lytton until now. At least 2 people are known to have died, but there are several more people still unaccounted for. Residents had mere moments to escape. The village's mayor, an evacuee himself, tells Global News it was just 15 minutes from the moment he first smelled the smoke until he watched fire incinerate his community.
It was stunning how quick, we had gone from no fires to just fully engulfed. It wasn't like it went home to home, it was everywhere. It brings tears to my eyes. Also the concern for the people that were in those buildings, and the fact that we don't know if they all got out alive, that's very, very hard to take.
The Lytton fire is still growing north of the community. Residents of another 100 homes have been forced to evacuate. Evacuation orders are in effect in other parts of the province as well. An out-of-control fire south of Kamloops has grown to 31,000 hectares, also threatening homes. The Skicheston Indian Band issued an evacuation order for 2 reserves on Friday night, and nearly 700 properties remain under evacuation order around Decca Lake near the community of 100 Mile House. The district fire chief says around 100 firefighters from other parts of the province are expected to lend a hand as the situation gets worse.
There's a number of fires around us, around the district of 100 Mile, so they can go to any of these fires and be able to protect the homes for the citizens out there.
And Mother Nature is not helping. The combination of heat, wind, and now lightning are expected over the next week, serving as a triple threat right across the province. Colleen?
Paul Haysom, thank you, Paul. Fire crews in Northern California are battling 3 out-of-control wildfires. This is a time lapse of what's known as the Salt Fire north of Redding. It erupted on Thursday and has grown since, scorching more than 3,000 hectares. Several homes and buildings in the community of Lakehead have been destroyed. Investigators believe the fire may have been caused by a vehicle, saying a hot car part or other hot material became separated from a vehicle, igniting dry vegetation. California has seen more than its fair share of devastating fires in recent years. With climate change driving up temperatures and increasing drought conditions, the wildfire season there is virtually year-round. The state's firefighting agency, CAL FIRE, is always on high alert. Rob Malcolm looks at some of the preparations crews are taking as they brace for more fires to come.
Grass fires along California freeways tell many here what they already know. Fire season has arrived. The season used to be predictable, but with changing weather patterns, it's not anymore.
It's hard to say that we really have a fire season anymore. We basically have a fire year and the ability to have fires at least somewhere in the state any day of the year.
2020 marked a record year for fires in the state. The numbers, according to Captain Foxworthy, were staggering.
Last year, in 2020, the state burned just shy of 4.3 million acres in totality in California.
It was a new milestone at nearly 1.7 million hectares, encompassing an area larger than the state of Connecticut and doubling the previous state record for the most land burned in a single year.
Obviously, the fires are getting more intense. They're burning later in the year. So obviously, it does raise some concern for the fact that we continue to get these large damaging fires.
For years, California prisoners have played a key role in fighting fires. But due to the pandemic, many with less serious offenses like drug possession were released early, forcing fire departments to get creative in both manpower and machinery.
We have all our helicopters fully staffed this year, earlier than we have years in the past. So we're ready for the fire season. We hired an additional roughly 1,400 firefighters.
Here we go. New helicopters purchased by the state have become another weapon in the fight. These helicopters fly faster, carry more water, and have the ability to work longer.
The biggest one that's going to make a huge difference would be our helicopters this year. Basically, it's like a civilian version of the military Black Hawk.
The C-130 air tanker will also join choppers in the air. Mere meters from Folsom Lake, where CAL FIRE continued training, it was apparent why they were getting prepared.
As you can see in the picture behind me, we are in pretty severe drought conditions through a large swath of California.
And as a record heat wave continues to blanket the Pacific Northwest, fire crews remain on alert all across the region as hot temperatures spark fires.
A wildfire in California is no different than a wildfire in Oregon, Washington, or even Canada. They're all the same, they all burn the same.
Rob Malcolm, Global News, Sacramento.